Welcome back everyone. In this video I'm going to be giving you the strategy that makes me $2,000 every single day within Euro USD. This is for all of my US traders. This is for all my UK, Australia and Canada traders, okay, who are struggling and working a 9 to 5 and want to get out of that life and want to actually start trading full time. So what we're going to be doing is very simple. We're going to be going off this checklist and you're going to be seeing exactly how everything's happening in live form. But before we get to the actual charts and the actual example, I'm going to be showing you on a fundamental level how the strategy actually works, right? So I'm going to be placing, you're going to be letting price do whatever it wants on Euro USD. So Asian session, you're going to be letting it do whatever it wants. This is all Asian session right here. So let me just actually give you an indicator, Asian session. And we're going to let Asian session do whatever it wants. But as it says here, once it gets to our specific trading time, what we need to do is mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session, okay? And then we need to identify which part of price gets liquidated first. As you can see, this means you mark out the highest point of Asian session and the lowest point, which is close to price action. As you can see right there, I've just done that. And as soon as we do that, we need to find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / fractional lows have been swept, and then we can reinforce our market structure shift with an engulfing candlestick if it's possible. I'm going to be giving you guys the exact breakdown on the market structure shifts and how to actually identify fractional highs and fractional lows. But what we're going to be doing is playing price forward, and you're going to be waiting for price to actually sweep Asian session. And as soon as it sweeps the highs, it's going to be our liquidity area, just like that. As soon as it actually gives us that liquidity area, what we need to do next becomes very important and crucial. We need to identify a fair value gap. Okay, but before we identify fair value gap, we need to identify a market structure shift, right? So what we're going to be doing now is letting price actually give us that market structure shift, which is going to be a movement, which is something like this. And it's going to be a very good movement, and it's going to be giving us a good solid market structure shift where an engulfing candlestick actually taking out the lows right here, and this would be our market structure shift. And as soon as we get the market structure shift, all we've got to do from here on out is actually mark our fair value gap, which will most likely overlap with the market structure shift. And as soon as it actually does that, we just need to actually annotate this down. So value gap, and I'm giving all of this value for you guys for free, okay? So make sure you do watch the video all the way until the end, because the other example is going to be crazy, okay? So as soon as we do this, all we've got to do now is actually short position this right here, placing our stop loss just anywhere below this candle right there of the FEG, and then you're going to be placing your take profit at Asian sessions lows, right? As you can see, we marked this lows at the start of the video, and what we're going to be doing is placing our take profit at the lows. So it's going to be a 1 to 4.4 risk reward ratio trade, and this is all we've got to do now is play price forward and go back into this area of the FEG, and then it will bounce and completely smash our take profit. But this is the very fundamental level of the strategy, but I'm going to be showing you this on a very more important and very more harder level. And so do make sure watch the video all the way to the end, right? So we're actually on the actual charts now, so let's just get straight into it. As you can see, as we said earlier, you need to mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session. So as you can see, this is Asian session in the blue area right here. If you want this indicator, comment down below indicator and do comment your country, and I will send it straight to you for free. So what you need to do is mark out Asian session right there. As soon as Asian session is completely marked out, you need to mark out the highs and the lows, right? So as you can see, that's the highs of Asian session, and these are the lows of Asian session. And as we can tell straight away, the lows have completely been swept. So I'm going to just annotate this as my liquidity area right here. And as soon as I annotate this as my liquidity area, once I know the lows have completely been swept, what I need to do now is focus on actually getting, you know, we do trade the reversal, so I need to focus on getting the highs and completely buying this trade, right? So we're going to be long position in this trade. As soon as we did get the Asian liquidity low swept, what we need to do next is actually find that market structure shift with that engulfing candlestick, right? As you can see, we have two engulfing candlesticks here, so you probably don't know which one you're going to be using, which is where we start using our fractional high method, right? So we're going to be using the fractional high method, and I'm going to be explaining the fractional high right now. So a fractional high is a series of 3 candles where the candle in the middle does not actually, the candle in the middle is the one that is the highest one, okay? As you can see, this is one candle right there. Let's say this is another candle right here, and let's say, I don't know, this is the third candle, right? But we're going to be putting the wicks with it too. So as you can see, this is wick number 1, this is wick number 2, and this is wick number 3, right? And if I was to ask you guys which candle of these is actually the fractional high, which one would you say? Okay, some of you would say the one on the left, some of you would say the one on the right, some of you would say the one in the middle, right? And the true answer and correct answer is it's the one in the middle, because the one in the middle is the highest one out of these three. As you can see, it's the one that is at the top of these three. So if I do move this over, you can see that the others do not actually reach this. So fractional high is a series of 3 candles which actually replicate this one, and the one in the middle is the highest one. And a fractional low is the exact same thing, just like this. It's the one in the middle that is the lowest, right? It's just very simple. As you can see, that's done. So we need to identify the fractional low in this example right here. As you can see, this is the longest candle wick I can see right here, and the candle before it and the candle after it do not go above it, which makes this the longest candle. So I'm going to be marking this one out as my market structure shift right there. You see, it's very easy to actually get this strategy, right? So that's my market structure shift done right there. All we need to do now, identify the fair value gap, and then we can overlap it with the market structure shift for a higher probability. As you can see, we have our engulfing candlestick right here. We're going to be overlapping the market structure shift just like this, right? As soon as we do this, what we need to do is long position this area. I'm going to be long positioning it at the actual highlighted area right here at the market structure shifts highs. And I'm going to be placing my stop loss just at the candle wick right here of the first candle of the FVG, right? Let me just write this down for you guys so you don't forget it. Fair value gap, right? As you can see, we have the fair value gap, we have everything ready. Now all I need to do is set my stop loss and set my take profit and completely take the rewards, and you're going to see exactly how the trade be run out. But you might have been wondering why you've been seeing these our top client payouts page right here, because Glody got an $8,000 payout with our M's Pass service, and Nikolai got a $7,000 one, and Zane got an $6,000 one. But look, you might think this is fake, this is not real, not authentic, whatever, but as you can see, this is a payout certificate right here. But this is not the only payout certificate we have, because in our Telegram channel that you can access in the first link in the description, you can see all the other payouts and all the other clients that have actually worked with us, right? As you can see, Laszlo right here made $1,400. George right here made $7,000. There's so much people just keep making money, and this is because we pass your account, we manage it for 4 months, and we get your payout every 21 days, okay? And then you can enjoy the money that we make passively for you, okay? As soon as you withdraw the payout, you can enjoy the money straight away. You can withdraw it through bank, or you can withdraw it through USDT, okay? But listen, there's only one spot left, okay? There's only one spot left before we close, so make sure you do join the first link in the description, because we are closing on the 20th, which is literally tomorrow. So all of you guys who are watching right now, make sure you do actually join as fast as possible if you want to get results like this, because there's one spot left before we close and never ever open again. Make sure you do join that as fast as possible. But as I was saying about this strategy, all I've got to do now is actually increase my take profit size. So what I'm going to be doing is stretching this out all the way over here. I'm going to be just making it bigger, and we're going to be aiming at the 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio area. As you can see, this is a 1-to-3, or we can actually aim at Asian sessions highs. As you can see, as I said in the example above, the Asian sessions highs usually, all the lows, they usually actually do align with the take profit, and if it does align with the take profit, you can easily take profit. As you can see, it does it here as well. So I'm going to just mark this out as lows, and it does it for the highs as well. So make sure you do actually watch this video back if you didn't get this, and keep rewatching until you do get the strategy. But if you want to stop guessing and stop actually playing around with charts, and you want to just start monitoring, you become a full account manager, listen, just join the first link in the description. It will trade for you while you monitor how much we're actually getting you every single day, how much we're actually getting you a month, and then you can just keep withdrawing payouts on payouts on payouts. So make sure you actually do that, and that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.